guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. I can tell it's shaping up to be a frustrating episode on Ricky's custom M140 conversion build. In the last episode, we've done a monumental amount of work to get the car to this stage. We've got the front end looking amazing, but as you can see, the indicators are flashing. That's because I still need to sort out the coding on the headlights and maybe some rewiring, I'm not sure. But everything is all backwards, back to front. And I'll explain a little bit more about the headlights later on in this episode. If you remember, we got this engine from a breaker car. The breaker car ended up being flipped when it was made to be a breaker. And I know some oil kind of seeped into places where it shouldn't have any oil. We managed to service the engine and it started up, and I thought that everything, and we got away lucky with everything. However, once I got all the cooling system fitted, got the car up to temperature, we found out that the Valtronic system wasn't working. I believe that the step motor for the Valtronic system might have got some oil in it. I don't know. We're gonna begin this episode trying to diagnose that problem because I really wanna get the car out for a first test drive, but I don't wanna drive the car when it's got an issue like that. I don't wanna damage the engine. After that, then we can continue to reassemble everything. But for now, let me grab some gloves. I'm gonna strip this down and we're gonna try to remove that step motor. I wanna see the condition of it. I wanna see if there's any oil inside. I'll give it a clean, see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll replace it, put a new one in, and hopefully that fits our issue. So, pray, fingers crossed. Guys, before we go, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, please. And just hit like from now because this episode is gonna be a mazza. Chance to win this gorgeous Aston Martin DB11. It's on a 2017 plate and it's only covered 35,000 miles. It's finished in a gorgeous metallic silver with a hint of blue. It comes with 20-inch alloys with sports tires all round. And as you can see here, it comes with this private plate DB11 wrapped, which is worth over 5 grand. But the interior is where this car really shines with the finest leather, red stitching and carbon fiber finish. The engine is a 5.2 V12 twin turbo engine, handmade here in the UK, and it packs a punch, producing over 600 brake horsepower. The car comes fully spec'd out with LED lighting, 360-degree reversing cameras, and it's all packaged in one of the most beautifully designed cars that I have seen this century. So grab some tickets and come draw day, you could be driving this beautiful 2017 Aston Martin DB11 home, and you can make your dreams come true. Alright you guys, so it's a few days later and I've got some good news, some bad news, and some more good news. Check this out. I've run into a few issues, but I've also found some solutions. You know, we keep it moving. I was bleeding the brakes a few days ago, and then I realized that every time it got hard, it would just get soft again, and it turned out that this caliper was leaking. So, as you can see, that's the bleeding nipple right there, but there's also a bleeding nipple on the inside, and this caliper has got some damage. So have a look at that. Let me focus that. You can see that caliper is damaged, and this is the bleeding nipple, and it's damaged right there. So I went ahead and I went down to my local breakers. I picked up a replacement caliper. So this is all good. We'll get that on the car and we should be able to bleed the brakes properly. All of these are things that are stopping me from taking the car out for a first test drive. And I know I've been saying it for a while, but we will get it sorted. So I'll get that on the car and I'll bleed the brakes again. And also what turned up in the post this morning is this bad boy. So this is a replacement Valtronic motor. I'm gonna get this installed on the car, and hopefully our Valtronic system should regain functionality. So that is the plan. Let's get the calipers and everything on, and then we'll just continue. If everything goes to plan, we'll get the car out. Okay guys, so I went ahead, I bled all the brakes, everything is working on the brake side of things now. The next step, I want to get those headlights working. Everything else, I need to get the car out, but I need to get those headlights working so that I'm legal. I don't think this diagnostic tool that I've been using, I think I need to go deeper with this retrofit. So I had to dig up my old trusty laptop here, which is running ESIS. You've seen me do this before. This is not a tutorial on how to code, so I'm gonna have a little dig around in the system of the car using this laptop, and hopefully I've got some good news. So I'll catch up with you, hopefully with the headlights working.
The Beamers, the Benz, the Porsches, all of my fans are not as supporting. Style with nothing but look at us now. Whoever's supporting, I'm making you proud. Whoever's supporting, I'm making you proud. Salvage nation, look at the squad. We're up in the front line, look at the car. Look at the car.
Alright guys, so it's a few days later. A lot of time has gone on. I actually got charged 450 quid to code these headlights, and I said, do one. And I ended up getting the software, coded up myself. Headlights are fully working. However, we still got a big old problem with the engine on this car. I went ahead and changed that servo motor for the Valtronic system, and I'm still getting a code saying Valtronic, no movement identified. It's just gone 8:30 in the night. I've been on this all day. Yeah, it's too much. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come in tomorrow. I'm gonna hit that again. But for now, I'm gonna spend about half an hour just buckling up some more bits on the interior of the car, and then we'll come back in the morning. I am determined to get this car out for a test drive in this episode. And to do that, we need to sort out all of these little issues on this car, but I'm determined to do it. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I worked really late last night. We completed so much on the car. The car is almost there, ready for that first drive, but we're still having an issue with Valtronic, no movement identified, and it's so annoying. It's giving me so much headache. I went out and I bought an alcoholic drink at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. What's that saying? Check this out. So like I showed you, the headlights are all working. That was my biggest headache, but they're fully working, they're fully coded in. I'm happy with that. I went ahead and I swapped out this step motor for the Valtronic system, and with the new one in, it's got the same issue. Ignore my alcoholic drink there, I'll stick that to the side. Don't want to be advocating for drinking on the job. So the interior of the car is looking like a car again. It's almost there, like I said. But we're having this issue, and it says diagnosis monitors whether the Valtronic system can move freely during initialization, and it's coming up obviously, and it's saying no movement identified. Maybe there was a little bit of damage, or I don't know, something's popped out of place. I'm hoping that it's something easy. All I know is I'm determined to get this sorted, because I want to take this car out. Like I kept saying, it's been a very, very frustrating few days. I don't want to bore you. That's why I cut out a lot of the in-betweens. So now, stick you on the time lapse, get to work. See guys, we needed an expensive tool, but Akil went and welded up this little, what do you call it? B58 puller, 5,000.
Homemade.
Homemade. Guys, there's gonna be a patent on this. Orders are coming soon. Okay guys, so with the rocker cover off, this is what your engine looks like. So this is what the internals of a B58 looks like. You got your intake and exhaust cams. Then this is why we're taking it off. There's another cam in there. That's the Valtronic cam, that's the Valtronic gear, and that connects to the Valtronic motor in there. Good news and bad news. I was expecting to see some form of mechanical damage or something popped out of place, something broken. Good news is there's nothing broken. The bad news is we're back at square one with a ton of work to do. So I'm gonna go ahead, reassemble all of this. It's got to be either wiring or it's gonna be a sensor. One of 5 sensors could potentially have gone bad. So you've got the 2 sensors at the back that senses the cams. You've got a sensor at the top, sensor at the top here, and if all those 4 are okay, it's going to be the internal sensors, and maybe the used motor that I bought is no good, but it's just frustrating. So I'm going to put the camera down and assemble everything. I'll catch up with you guys later on. Alright, so guys, it's a few hours later. I'm tired. Check this out. I've gone back over everything that I did, checked all the fuses again, checked all the wire in there again. I'm getting power here. I'm getting 4.5 volts. I wonder if that might be an issue. The diagnostic is saying that it should be 5 volts, but all the pins are giving me 4.5. I've still got no movement on the Valtronic system, so I really want to get this working because this is the final episode of phase 3. In phase 4, we're going to be tackling the rear quarters, and we're going to be cutting these quarters off. We're going to be doing so many things, but by the time this is finished, it is going to be looking nice and wide in the rear. But I want to get the car running and driving, get it out on the first proper test drive, give it a proper shakedown before I move on to phase 4. A lot of people, like I said, keep telling me like, Ricky's going to be swapping this engine, da da da. I want to give him a properly working car. So I'm determined to get this problem sorted. Yesterday we got the lights working, but another thing that we did was on the M140 you've got 2 horns right here, but on the M2 we used the M2 complete front end including the front slam panel. So one horn is here and another horn is here on the M2. So all I had to do was extend one of the horn connectors all the way over to this side, and now both horns are working. And yeah, we're back to square one. Before I go, I bought this one off eBay, right? The replacement one I bought off eBay, it was used, but it was said to be in good condition, working condition. I wonder if that's broken as well. So I don't know, I've got a lot of things to think about. Do I buy another one, brand new? Do I continue to fault find? I just feel like I'm wasting time. Like, this is like 4 days. This is the 4th day, guys, I've been on this. So anyway, it's the end of the 4th day. I'm gonna come back in tomorrow, see what I can find out. Alright you guys, so got the car out for the first time as an M140 with an M2 front end, and it looks amazing in the sunlight. Off camera I went ahead and I reassembled all the plastics in the front end. If you remember how the engine bay looked before, have a look at the engine bay now. That's an M140 engine bay, right? And everything is slotted together on this chassis as it should. Coming around here, have a look at the interior. I did quite a lot off camera as well. Went ahead, buckled up all the plastics here, plastics under there. But have a look, this is missing and this is missing. My guy Valentino came down and he saw it. I told him it was Ricky from LLF's build, and he said, you know what, I'm gonna do something special for Ricky, so stay tuned. Once I'm handing it back, I've got a little surprise for you lot and for Ricky, and he's gonna be gassed because I've seen it and it looks crazy. I went ahead and I fitted the exhaust, and the guys from next door, we were missing a rear license plate. So guys, this is the old school way, but it's better than getting stopped by the police for nonsense. Oi, oi. Did it work? Wow! I like that. I think you made a mistake. It's not a H.
That's right.
You just saw it. They just pressed me these metal license plates. And you know what? It's not going to be the end all. I'm sure Ricky will have something in mind for later down the road. But for now, it means that I'm going to be legal once we take it out for a first test drive, which is happening right now. So let's get in. I'm heading to the petrol station. We're going to see if the car is actually driving, how it's driving, and I'll report back. Got you on the old head cam. Let's start her up and see. Starts up first time, every time. Got the M2 clocks working. I plugged up the parking sensors, so they're working now. This is always the scariest part of any build, the first drive. So this is what we came down to. This is the first drive of Ricky's 114i on an M140 B58 platform, and so far so good. Remember guys, we swapped this car from a manual to this 8-speed ZF gearbox, so that's one of the things I want to make sure that the gears are working. And as you can see, you might not be able to see it, but manual 1, 2, 3, and it's not going to let me go any further. But I want to just cycle through all the gears, check to see if it's overheating, check the brakes, check everything. And if everything checks out, we'll give it a little bit of power and see what it's actually doing. Got my guy Dex with me. They don't think we can do it, innit?
Well, we're doing it, keeping it moving.
Keeping it moving, that's the one. Alright you guys, I've topped up the petrol, but I just got a phone call from my guy Ricky. He's actually put a different plate on the car. It's gonna be interesting, but that means I need to make one more stop before we can actually go ripping. And I'm gonna go see my guys Enhanced Plates down in Bethnal Green, get a set of plates made up. Don't want to take the piss with the guys next door, so I'm just gonna go get a normal set of plates made up for this car. But so far it feels good. It feels good. It's driving. It feels good. So let's head down to Enhanced Plates. I got my guy Sigel here, Enhanced Plates. Have a look. What do you think? What do you think?
This is looking crazy. You know how you were explaining how every part is just interchangeable?
Yeah.
It's still shocking, even though
you thought it was a kit, innit?
I thought it was a kit, but then when I start seeing the scuffs and this and that,
Nah, original M2 bits,
I'm
bro.
like, yo, that just plug and play. Literally plug and play.
No, it's not plug and play. I made it plug and play.
Okay, right. Fair enough.
We made
That's
it
how
plug
good
and
you
play.
make it. That's how easy you make it look.
We made it plug and play, but yeah, it's all
a
in,
little
bro.
side, little card to pocket rocket just to troll on people.
Guys, he said to me, when you gonna do the engine? Is that quick? I said the engine is done. Have a look at that. Everything's all done.
That was quick. I'm telling you. I spoke to you not too long ago.
Yeah.
Mad.
I told you, innit?
You got it
Told
done
you.
one time.
Come on, and look at the rear. The whole interior has been swapped as well. LCI, facelift.
I'm thinking the bonnet and the engine was quick. You've even managed to do the inside.
Yeah, and the rear end as well. Look, facelift, LCI. This is 2013 model. Look at the plate.
You're crazy, man.
And it
you know
all
what
works,
it is?
everything all works as it should.
I see a lot of cars, man, yeah? But it's the time scale you did it in.
Of course. Yeah, it's gonna be quick, man.
You guys are the ones, man.
So look, I just got these plates made up, but then Ricky called me and said that he's already put a private plate on it.
Done. But it's wicked though, the plate is sick.
Let's go see what the plate looks like. Because you've done them up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, let's go see Ricky's plates. Enhanced plates.
It's gonna be in from tomorrow, bro.
Jeez. So guys, have a look at Ricky's plates. I got a set of standard plates because I'm not gonna do anything too. I just want it to be legal whilst I'm driving the car. But Ricky can go ahead and do that. What are you doing there, Sigel?
We're doing a custom 4D border for a Porsche out there.
Oh, have a look at that.
This guy's travelled all the way down to get a custom 4D border and our stack letters.
That is
I'll show
crazy.
you. This is so fiddly to do.
Guys, look at that. Enhanced plates, man. They make your dreams come true. You got something for me though, right?
Of course, my brother, man.
You told me you got something, guys. You said he's got something for me. What you got for me? Oh, I can see it. Oh, man, guys, take a look at that. Take a look at that. What's this, 3D, 4D?
This is a 4D laser cut.
Wow. Salvage Nation. Yeah. Brother, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Because a lot of people come in, like I had a customer come through you.
Yeah.
A BM, 4 Series or something, black guy, yeah, and he's like,
D
sent me D. I'm like, which D?
Wow, you gotta remember.
I'm like, oh, my boy Mario.
Nah. Don't be giving up my gum.
No more, man. I'm gonna get used to saying D.
Yeah.
Right, you got 2 more for that. Have you got enough for the other ones?
No, I need 2 for the other one and 2 for this one. At least. Thank you very much.
You came
brother.
just in time. Look, I'm running out of hooks. Thank God.
Right. Sergio?
My brother, man. For life, man. Thank you.
Easy, man. Easy. Guys, I don't know if you can hear that, but as a little added bonus, you hear the chimes. That is the Rolls Royce chimes. So I coded that in whilst I was coding everything up. Yeah, we get a little bit of a step out there. Yeah, all the gears are working. It's definitely got a little spice to it. Traction system seems to be working. Alright you guys, so it's a windy, cold, wet day, 2-day in London. However, what's heating me up is this car. The orange is looking amazing, and then just as planned, we've gone through phase 1, 2 and 3, and this is what we're left with. We've done a complete swap on the front end. The engine has been fitted, the car is driving. We've done so much in the last few videos, and now that brings to a close phase 1, 2, 3. So next up is phase 4, where we're gonna be we're gonna be hacking into all of this. We're gonna be getting these skinny rear arches out of here. We're gonna be molding in some wider, fatter, more aggressive BMW M2 rear quarters, and all of that is coming in phase 4. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for all of that. I'm gonna take the car back to the garage now, continue to tidy up everything, clean up everything, and we're gonna be picking up in the next phase, in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video, press the like button. If you're watching this and for whatever reason you're not subscribed, press the subscribe button, and this is where we're gonna head off. So like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, we driving, we gone. Yes, sir. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, why don't you check out one of my previous videos on the left? There's plenty in the playlist. And if you want to know more about the Salvage game, why don't you become a member of Salvage Nation, and I'll be there to guide you along the way. And don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram if you want to get an inside scoop before YouTube.